they invited me to do some recipes here today, I thought it only fitting to do more family recipes. So we're gonna get started. What I wanted to start with was a recipe called caponata, a typical Sicilian recipe. And it's something we feature at the market at Locale. So I wanted to go ahead and start with that. So Vincenzo, if you can hand me the onions first. Okay, so we want to just get a little bit of color on the onions. I told you it's gonna be fun. And you know what, just go ahead and dump in the eggplant. You want to leave a little bit of the skin on. And this is really a stewed dish. So part of the flavoring of this caponata, it's like a sweet and sour. Let's add the pine nuts. And we're going to add a little bit of parsley to that. And this is going to probably need another 10 minutes or so. And you can see it comes together really nicely. And interestingly enough, when I came down to open up Locale, joked when we decided to call it Locale, where we said, you know, we hope there's enough local to support the name. And thankfully, there really has been. And this is a perfect example because this comes from Anna Maria Island. I mean, this is called Cortez Botarga. Please, I hope you enjoy. So, and I got a lot of the recipes from my relatives, and I've had them write them down, and I translated them and I converted them. Really simple meatballs, my mom's meatballs, which have become famous over the years, with a little bit of polenta, pine nut polenta. And we're gonna crack an egg in there. We've got Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. If you can go ahead and mix that together, buddy. I didn't want to serve too many pasta courses tonight, so I decided, since it's trendy to serve meatballs with polenta, I was gonna make it, but please don't tell my mother I did that. My mom, when she makes the meatballs, she'll add the liquid very slowly at the end. The key to these are to brown them really, really well, almost burn them, and before they go into the sauce. We've got the meatballs coming out now, so after that intro, I hope it lives up to it all. But I'm gonna go ahead and get set up for the next dish, which is a very special dish to me. I call it Zio Vincenzo's pasta al forno. And he didn't speak a lick of English, and I didn't speak a lick of Italian. But that you know, we would stay up all night long, and we'd drink his homemade wine, and his kids would just crack up because we just had no problem communicating. So we've got two different kinds of meats here. This is a really interesting recipe. Probably everybody here has made lasagna in one form or another. Until I met Zio Vincenzo, I had never seen a lasagna with prosciutto and mortadella and smoked cheese and chopped egg and whatnot. And Vincenzo, if you can get me another layer of pasta. And this, like I said, is a nice smoked mozzarella. All right, now this is basically the finished product. Thank you. One of the reasons I felt comforted by the fact of a market that we've never done before down here in St. Petersburg was that the community is so amazing and so welcoming and forgiving. You know, we knew we were going to make mistakes. You know, in New York, we're not very forgiving. And Vincenzo's telling me to make some dessert. He's like, so this one we're doing an apple and pear and cranberry cobbler. You know, we've got two steps to this, and one is the fruit and one is the dough. And the dough is actually, it's not a dough that you roll out, it's a dough, it's free form. You've got the sugar, the cinnamon, the cornstarch. You know, the rougher it looks, the more crumbly the finished product becomes. So add the rest of that butter. I'm gonna add the fruit now and spoon just right over the cobbler, and it's gonna all bake together. So it's real homespun, and you know, it's a real comfort food. You can have the dough touch a little bit, if you can see how I'm doing that, because as it bakes, it's gonna spread a little bit. It's gonna form a beautiful crust, and then when you eat it, it breaks apart easily with a spoon, as you can see how they served it. Again, it's a very simple dessert, very satisfying. Thank everybody for coming down. It was really great. And I hope to see you down at Sundial, at Locale Market, down in St. Petersburg. But thank you so much. It was really great. And thank you for being back. Thank you. God bless.